Conversation with myself like this better work. That's why I get peace of myself almost every verse. I spent my whole life grinding, I ain't asked for help. I used to starve as a kid, I had to feed myself. Remember all the hard times we kept trying. And we rise and we fall. The times we had to walk, now we stay flying. Now we grind till we ball.
I picked this one. There's certain vibes and certain songs that I be fucking with.
This the big one though. This one we think gonna take off.
You got me soul searching. How the fuck you know my soul hurting? You supposed to be there and you wasn't. Honestly, bitch, I don't blame you. I guess that lifestyle changed you. And it's crazy cause baby, I ain't the same as you. Kick back, I'm in the sky, got a plain view. And racks all around, I really seen this shit change you. You told me keep it solid, you need love, and I remain true. Now Bubba says all the time, bitch, I hate you. But you stay up on my mind like all the time, that's what the hate do. And we cashing out like on the side, that's what the paint do. Shit moving slow up in this bitch, that's what that drink do. It don't matter how much you do, they never thank you. They're crazy on this side, I hella brody spank you. It be money on the ground every time that we link up. Bad bitches round, we got bottles, tell them drink up. Ballin' on the budget, little nigga, I know your lease up.
Niggas like I'm bougie, but I like my bitches ratchet. She the type to take a shower, send a few attachments. She the type to sit up all night and help you bag it. Pussy so wet, get the squirt and flip the mattress. Round dirty, making hella place through traffic. Cops pull us over, she get the stuff and make it vanish. Abracadabra, make it disappear like magic. My baby 101, yeah, my baby never average. Pull up to the gas station, girl, I'ma fill it up. Buy you flour 3-4 times a week just because you know when I want and I'm quick to let them know it's up. Hella niggas
Soon I get my whip back.
I'm the type to get the car, watch leave money in the dash. You the type to pull it out while I drive, I'm finna crash. Man, so good, got a nigga accelerating the gas. Lately I've been feeling like he swear, girl, let's make it last.
I fuck with this one.
I'm gonna tell you the story behind this one though.
Oh, we definitely gonna get into that. Welcome to another episode of Artist Artists at the AV Club. It's your boy West Side, and I got a special guest with me today.
T Port.
What it do, man? How you living?
That's good. I'm chilling, bro.
Okay, so let's dive into that record right there. That one right there stood out to me. It's certain essence of a song that captivate me. You know what I'm saying? So tell me about that song.
Okay, that's the joint project me and my boy Bali dropped, Legends in the Making. That record, bro, we had about 30 minutes left in the studio session and we just looking for beats. And I told him just throw that one on, and he did what he did in about 15 minutes. And I came in the rest of the 15. I had to punch in. I normally don't punch in, I write.
Okay.
But I punched in and I just came back the next session and just finished it. So it gave me time to listen to it and catch the vibe. That's more so of his vibe with the singing and the harmonizing. That's more so him. But I stepped into his world just for the joint project, though.
I fuck with that. That's tough. Honestly, a joint project, it's a challenge because it's two different sounds and you trying to make it clash and mesh and create technically like a whole new sound in a sense between the both of y'all.
Yeah, but we blended together though. That's my boy in real life. So we blended together and it was easy. We actually did it the right way where both of us in the studio together for every song. Yeah. Except 2. So we got 11 songs. There was 2 that we wasn't in the studio together, but everything else we was in that thing together. Yeah. The whole time.
So like what's the process like how when y'all been knowing each other, right? Was it before music that y'all been knowing each other?
Nah, we had met cause of music, but it became deeper than music, where if you take music out the equation, that's still my boy. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. The music just made it easier. And I think the first day we went in the studio, we recorded like 3 or 4 songs together. Yeah. And that's when we decided we just gonna do the joint project together.
So it was through the chemistry of making the first couple of tracks that you like, you know what, this could be something even bigger than this.
Yeah, especially for me though, it was his work ethic. A lot of people say they do stuff and they don't do it. He stood on business and he actually get in there, he don't write. And that was, to me, I don't know, I was amazed. Most people say they don't write and it sound either childish or crazy. He sound polished. Damn. So that's what caught my attention, and just to see how he moved, bro. He stand on business, man. Shout out to Bali B.
Oh yeah, shout out to that boy. Nah, y'all mesh well. That's like one of the challenges when it comes, like I said, like when you're doing a duo project, it just making the sound unison. You know what I'm saying? Adding your flavor, his flavor. Like how did it come together as far as like putting a project together? Like do you pick a beat, bring it, and then you create something and then bring it to him and then he hit and then create something on top of that, like, or y'all both deciding on the beat at the same time, like we both gonna do this one. You get what I'm saying? Like how y'all was piecing it together.
Now, how we did it was I probably have a song and I record the song and you feel like hopping on this. There's something you could hop on, he'll hop on, and vice versa. He'll go in there with a beat and start off, and then that's how we go. So most of the ones I started off first, I had the song. Either I already had it written or I had the beat and I just held on to it. Yeah. And then the ones he started off first was the beats he picked. And we just ran with it like that.
Okay, that's fire. I like that. So tell me, where you from?
I'm from Carol City in a little part of East Myanmar. I'm in one of them situations where my family moved to Myanmar, but I spent a lot of time with my grandma in Carol City, and a lot of my experiences come from Carol City in my music.
Back and forth in a sense.
Yeah, kind of one of them situations.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Myanmar, so like a lot of the people that went to that school stayed in Carol City.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know. Like I said, I transferred my senior year, so I know how I go.
Yeah, I remember when school get out and you walk out the gate, half of the school going this way, the other half going that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoever going that way stay in Carol City.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They did a border change, and that's how they was figuring out who stayed over there. Like if you had an address on this side, but you stayed over there, they knew if you got out of school and you went that way, they were like, oh, he's staying in Carol City. So.
I had that process too with playing ball. I had to go to school a certain way just to make sure I don't get caught up in that, because people was getting suspended and not being able to play my senior year.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to get caught up in that.
What position you played?
I played DN and fullback.
Oh, okay, cool. So you ain't afraid of contact?
Nah, come
on. All right, so let me ask you, how did you, I always ask this question. Where did music start for you? And when I ask that, it's like, who put music in your life? Like, who you give credit to?
My dad, he listened to a lot of old school music. That's like as far as listening to music, my dad. But the recording process was somebody else. Okay. I don't know if you ever heard of a group called Quick Hit Boys.
Quick Hit Boys.
They from Miami. They had a song called Put a Foot on Them.
I ain't heard that one.
It's Big Vaughn. He had he's the first person to put me in the studio. He was in another group called Glock Gang, and that's why I started at. But once that fell apart, then I just did my own thing. Okay.
Was it something that you always knew you wanted to do? Like, or if it wasn't something you always knew you wanted to do, what was the moment when you start realizing you were interested in making music?
I don't remember what hurricane that was, but it was one of them hurricanes where, you go to the stadium and get the food stamp card. Everybody fight. Whatever hurricane that was, that's when I really start like, okay, I kind of want to pursue this. And then once he put me in the studio, it was like, yeah, I'm finna do this for real. But before that, I just was trying to play ball.
So what was the experience though? Like, how did you end up making your first song? What was that process?
I had the song. It was a freestyle to NBA YoungBoy Untouchable. And he still
that's
had
one of my favorite songs.
He still had the chorus on it.
Yeah.
So I had just wrote to it and just went in there.
You still got it?
It's probably on SoundCloud. Yeah, I still got it somewhere.
Oh, okay, good.
I still got it. But like you said, I don't like going back listening to that because, I'm way more polished now. So sometimes you be like, that's when you first start, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's growth. You're going to keep changing. You're going to keep evolving. At some point, you might look at your recent stuff like that a couple years down the road where you might feel like, man, I'm even more polished than that. Like, I'm on something else now. So I feel like it's humble beginnings. You listen to it, you start to hear it, and you get excited too because you like, man, I know where I was at this time when I was recording this type thing.
Yeah, and that made, like I said, the growth made me proud. That's why even with my projects, how I set up, I did it the way just so you could see the growth. Because I thought about taking some of the early stuff off. Yeah. But I want people to see the growth and how far I done came.
No, that's big, honestly. I feel like it's important for people to see the progression. Like, of course, nowadays everything's like perfection. Like even with social media, everything's so clean cut, perfected. It's like, where's the trial and error? And because you don't see the process, a lot of times people think you jump in and this is where you start at. But they don't realize, you start way back there. You know what I'm saying? You got to work to get all the way up here.
Of course, and it's definitely a process, man.
So what was the point where you started realizing, like, you starting to find yourself as an artist? Because, of course, when we start doing music, we create, but sometimes it's a little bit off a replication of what we might be hearing or whatever like that. But, like, at some point, you start finding your own sound and your own tone and delivery. Like, what point would you say you found that?
Probably during Corona. That's when I started finding my sound. But
Yeah.
I stopped doing music for like 3 years. And
Mm.
then when I jumped back into it, and like I said, I linked up with Barley,
Yeah.
it just added more to the bag.
Mm.
So like I said, now I feel like I really got my sound because I'm versatile with it. But when I really wanted to rap how I wanted to rap,
Yeah.
it was around Corona.
So what was the corona like COVID era like? What was that for you? Like I know for me, like prior to COVID, I was doing music and I was on this dropping a song every month type thing, and then COVID hit, and then it was like I kind of like went through a process of like trying to figure out myself as an artist, because I was dropping music probably like 2 years prior to that.
Yeah.
And it was just more so just creating sounds and different styles that to see like what was my limits, like how far can I go with music. And I made a song called 2020, and that was more so like that record that I was like, oh, there you go right there.
That was the sound.
That's the sound. Like from there I know how to keep going and how to keep creating. So like what was the COVID process for you like?
I ain't gonna lie, see, it was cool for me because I don't like being outside. So to sit in the house and play the game and chill, you ain't gotta be in nobody's face, was perfect.
Yeah.
But around that time, I started working with somebody else, and I'm going through this process of learning the business side of it.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing interviews, I'm doing all this. I'm working on my actual first project that was supposed to come out, but it never came out. But like I said, I feel like around that time, I really found my sound before I started adding more to it.
So what happened with that project? Why you decided not to bring it out?
Bad business. I'm gonna just say that.
Bad
business, man.
Come on, bring it to the table.
Just
educate the people.
Somebody just telling you something and they ain't standing on business. That's really what it was, though. So I couldn't even use that because I accepted money. So basically, you own everything. So I can't even touch that now.
Yeah.
So that what made me start on the Hit and Gem project, and that was my actual first one.
Okay.
But like I say, it was bad business, but I did learn the business side of it from it, though.
Yeah. That's the thing with music. Like a lot of stuff is trial and error.
Yeah.
A lot of times we find out the hard way. And that's part of the reason I made this platform, because I wanted to kind of like give the next way like a little study guide, a little something they can go to, learn information, do's and don'ts, things to figure out what to avoid. Because I know me, I was hitting my head hard. You know what I'm saying? I bumped my head on the wall, like trying to figure out certain things. Even like with the era, like with the social media era, where it's like you getting hit up by different people trying to do stuff for you, and you don't know who's real, who's fake, who's finessing, who's actually trying to do something for you. So it's like, you know, you take losses in the game and you figure out your way through it.
Of course.
Right. So let me ask you, like now that you create music and things like that, what's something like you would say like something you're focused on when it comes to creating? Like what is something you trying to improve on when it comes to your music?
I always want to improve on my delivery, because that's what I've been hearing since I started. You know, you got bars, you good, you got everything, just the delivery off. But I tell people I just talk funny though.
Yeah.
So it's gonna sound like that at first, but now I'm getting more polished. So I'm hitting the pockets now. I'm not adding too many words into this. I kind of dumb the music down a little bit.
I had to learn that too.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, I listened to a lot of Nas and like Jay and different kind of rappers that was like very lyrical and stuff like that. I looked up to those artists because my peoples put me onto it. My brother, my cousins and stuff like that. They put me onto it. They older than me. So like when I got into it and I started writing, I was finding myself doing that, putting too much or trying to force a bar, like trying to force to make it fit.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, why I keep coming across this type of issue? And then, like you said, kind of dumbing it down a little bit. And sometimes you figure it out. You'll sit there and be thinking and like, well, if I say this word like this and then do, and you kind of conform it to where it still fit. But slowing it down sometimes, it gets you much further.
Yeah, and I definitely had to learn that because I watch, I listen to a lot of music. So some of the people who I feel like real lyrical, a lot of that stuff go over people's head.
Yeah.
So they're a little underrated. So like I said, I take that and just dumb it down a little bit so you can understand what I'm really trying to say.
Yeah. So who's some artists that you would say like you was listening to that like, maybe you learned a little bit from as watching their growth?
Meek, from the first time I heard Meek. Jeezy, Wayne. But I'm gonna tell you who really made me want to do music when I was little. You remember the show Making the Band?
Yeah.
Freddie P, man.
Freddie V.
Yeah.
Shout out to Freddie.
I thought I was him, man. I had the CD and all. I thought I was him.
Oh, for real?
I never got that rasp in my voice, so I couldn't rap like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still listen to him now.
Man, I remember when I first started, when I listened to the songs that I used to do, completely different now. But like the sound, like when I would rap, because when I went to the studio I went to, it was like one of them little warehouse studios one of the homies had.
Yeah.
And they would have the headphones loud as hell. So like when I was rapping, I was kind of battling what I was hearing.
Yeah.
So I was yelling. And so when you hear me rap back then, it was damn near like I was on some Meek Mill shit, like I was screaming, but it was really because the headphones was too loud.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I had that same problem too at first.
So what's some of the things that you learned, like as far as from going to different studios, like that you had to pick up on?
I don't even know, man. I ain't gonna lie. I already go to the same studios. That's the thing, though. I already go to Untitled Miami.
Okay,
and I've been a Fusion House too.
Okay.
But like I say, Untitled just he talked to me more though. He'll let you know like, yeah, this ain't it. Redo this again. You might need to add another. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
That helped me out a lot.
Nah, that's major. I was just talking to somebody about that. As far as like having an engineer, there's different levels to the engineer. Having somebody that's actually giving you input.
Yeah.
Based off of what they're hearing. Oh, go over that part again. Do in and out on that part. Do this or say it a little bit different. And it just fueled the music a little more.
Yeah, especially when you see them in the booth standing up and that it get you hyped.
Yeah.
It get me there. So,
oh. So tell me, like, what's some stuff you got in the works currently?
Right now I'm finishing my last 2 songs for my solo project called Flamed Up. It's dropping September 20th on my birthday. I'm a Virgo, man.
Oh, me too.
Virgo, man.
September 1st.
Okay, so yeah, I'm finishing my last 2 songs for that. And then me and Bali gonna start working on part 2 of Legends in the Making. As a matter of fact, he about to drop his solo, I think, next Friday, I believe.
Okay. All right, so tell me, when it comes to the music thing, right? Going forward, like, what's some of the things that you looking to achieve? Like, what's some of the goals that you got for yourself in the music?
I'm gonna be real, bro. I just want to tell my story. I
That's
just want to make good music and tell my story. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you want to be signed and you want to be, you want the wealth of it. But
yeah, overall,
I just want to tell my story and make good quality music.
No, I feel
that's
that.
just the ultimate goal.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely relate to that. At times, I look at it and with everything I'm doing, it feels up to me. I don't want the fame part.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if I could just have a cult following and just be at the crib chilling, you know what I'm saying?
I'm on the same way,
yeah,
man. I'm on the same way.
I don't necessarily want to, because it looks crazy to me when you see, like, some of these celebrities, they step outside and they can't even go to their car without people running up to them and trying to take pictures and wanting stuff from them. And it's like, damn, like, at the end of the day, I know they just like me. You know what I'm saying? They just want to go to the store real quick, grab something, come back.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Or go pick somebody up. It's just simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if it was up to me, I'd be a artist that can go anywhere. Don't got to worry about people bum rushing them, and then just put out music and have a co-follow.
I'm the same way, man. I ain't really too fond of people like that too. So all that walking up to me, I don't be with that either.
So with that, how you deal with that when it comes to like performing wise, right? So like not performing, I say like when you go into events and stuff like that, it's networking. This city, this town, this state, all networking. Everybody come down here from different states, different walk of lives, different countries. They out here, whether it's music, fashion, anything, right? So being a person that's not as vocal or being, I guess, I don't know how you would word it, because standoffish in a sense, right? How do you deal in a situation where it's like a networking type of thing?
Nah, if it's network, I understand it's about business at that point. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting better at it. I really go off energy. So if your energy good, then I sit down and hold a conversation with you. But if your energy off, then I ain't really rocking with it.
Yeah.
But I'm getting better at it. Like I say, if it's for networking, I understand the business side of it.
Okay. Yeah, because that's big, honestly. Networking. That's what I've been doing.
That's probably the most important part. Making the music is probably the easiest part. Is the networking and staying consistent too.
That's really what it comes down to. Like the music, I'm confident in.
Yeah,
I did it to the point where I know, okay, I'm comfortable in that space. Of course, you can always grow. We always grow in music, but a sense of what I'm missing was networking and more visual content.
Yeah,
that was my thing. I told myself I was gonna work on those 2 things. It's just building up. So is there anything in particular? I know you were saying your delivery, but anything outside of like just the rapping part that you working on building up?
I want to just keep performing, doing more podcasts, interviews, just the whole 9.
Okay.
I just want to, like I say, stay consistent and make good music, man. And
So,
then what come with it, come with it.
So one of the questions I like to ask when it comes to the show, because I like to get like the other side of the artistry, which is what are some dark times in your process of creating music?
A lot of time it open old wounds, man. You know, and how I make music, I really sit in the dark for real.
Yeah.
And just turn the beat on, and that's how I go. And then I don't even fully write. I just probably write 4 bars and try to punch in the rest. Or sometimes I start in the middle of a beat, write that, and then I got to come up with the beginning, depending on what I'm talking about and telling the story and stuff like that.
Okay, so when you write, is it solely more predicated to your experiences and what you've been through, or do you get more creative in the sense of like you could pull from like different stuff and it don't necessarily got to be about you?
I mostly write what I've been through, but I've been pulling from different stuff as of lately, though, just like I say, to make more quality music. Because you can only talk about certain things for so long.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
I pull from other stuff and just try to make it work.
No, that's important. Honestly, I was talking with another artist, and we was talking about basically like being stuck in a certain sound, because it's like usually it's connected to what you experienced to. So like if you've been through the pain and struggle, like you might lean on that a lot. And every song it'd be about the pain and struggle, but just a different version or different sound to it.
Yeah.
And it's like how to break out of that and give them something different. And I gave the example in which I was saying I got a song called Protect Your Energy. So it still was like predicated to what my experience and what I've been through, but the beat was more of a feel good song. Yeah. And I was able to create something that's more like something you could just drive around to and feel good to, but it was still pertaining to overcoming struggles, this, that, and the third. So it's just getting creative on how to do stuff like that. And
that's becoming my problem now. People hear the soul song you played,
yeah,
and that's what they expect, but that's not really my actual lane. It's just something I tapped into, and I'm kind of getting more polished with it. So I tell people, my project is a mixture of both, though. My actual lane of rapping, and then the harmonizing and stuff like that.
So what can they expect with the project? Like, what's some of the different type of styles and sounds that you got coming?
I got the singing on there. I got the rapping on there. I got the pain.
Yeah.
And I got my story.
Okay.
That's basically what it is. Even the cover art of it, it's my story.
Yeah.
The actual cover art is my story. So
that's what's up. And you said September, right?
September the 20th.
September the 20th. Okay. All right, bet. So outside the music, you got anything else you working on? Anything else?
I got an opportunity right now. I don't want to speak too much on it, but to do some acting.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so I don't want to jinx it, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully that goes through. And that opportunity came by me sitting in the casino.
For real?
Yeah, I'm talking to somebody, they just like the charisma. And I just regular conversation, and it kind of presenting itself. So I'm going through that little process now to see, what could happen.
But see, that's real. That's the part of you stepping out of that shell, being standoffish and being in a situation. And you never know. That's why I was saying this city, this town, this state, is networking. That's really what it is. You could be in Subway and just waiting on your sandwich and you just small talking with a person next to you, and you don't know who he is or who she is. You know what I'm saying? It might be an A&R for a label or something, and they just stopped in to get a sub, and here you is, you an artist, and you talking to them, and they like, oh, you do music? And then boom, open an opportunity for yourself. So sometimes small talk be the way to go. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you may run into and who's connected to who.
Yeah, it's good for me because my next couple videos, we're doing more acting. It's not just sitting in the studio. It's finna consist of acting. Yeah. Because like I say, most of this stuff is storytelling.
So how you come up with the concepts? Like, do you do like a vision board when it comes to like drawing up your videos, like, or is it more so like the videographer is helping? Like, how you come up with it?
I write up my own stuff. And like I said, based off the song, most of the time I know what I want to do when I go record the song anyway. It's just nice about finding locations and finding people that's gonna really bring your vision to life.
Yeah, now that is the challenge, if anything. It's like getting the pieces together because we can see it. That's what make us creatives. You know what I'm saying? The vision be there early. You be like, oh yeah, nah, I could definitely see that happening. Then it's like, all right, but how do I make it happen? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the battle right there. That's when it comes down to it. Like, I have ideas, but the biggest deciding factor is what's the obstacles in the way to make it happen.
Of course.
If I can see myself being able to get over them, okay, I'm gonna do it. But if it's like something that's like, yo, this might be challenging, I might put it off for a while. You know what I'm saying? Put it off to the side. Not necessarily saying I ain't never gonna do it, but I'll put it off to the side and then work on some other stuff that's a little more achievable right now. And then maybe by me working through these, it open up a door where that's a little bit more attainable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's a good way to go about it. So when it comes to like your project, right? Is there a certain order that you put your songs in together, or like what's your lineup like as far as like your projects? The reason I ask that is because all the time, when I listen to projects, the song I like ain't always the top songs. Like in this project, it was track number 2.
Yeah.
But in other projects, sometimes the best song might be in the middle, toward the bottom. Like, what's your like arrangement when it comes to for a project?
All right, so normally I try to put the best music and go down the list. That's what I normally do. But this one, like I said, since it's more of me telling my story, I arrange the songs based off the story. So I may say something in track 1 that you may hear me talk about in track 2. I may say something in track 2 that you may hear me talk about in 3. That's how I did it. And I just went down the list.
Okay. Is it a certain sound wise? Because like when I put mine together, I try my best to make the sound, like the beat sound, segue easily into it. Of course, at some point, you got to do something that's going to completely flip the switch because it's going to be like, you get what I'm saying? You can't go all like this one sound and straight through. Like, you got to give it a switch. Like, so is there a certain, how can I say, like, unorthodox sounds that you might incorporate in your music? It'll be a ear catcher is what I call it.
I mixed it up. I tried to mix it up with some of the harmonizing with the real rap, then harmonizing, then maybe have 2 songs of real rap, then you're going to go back to the harmonizing, the pain music. You know what I'm saying? I just tried to mix it up. But like I said, I tried to stay in that story.
Okay. I like that. I'm looking forward to that project.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be the one.
I want to give a shout out to my dog, Keely Apparel. I see you got the shirt.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's the
boy.
boy.
What it's called.
Yeah.
27, man.
Yeah, man. I fuck with him. Before he was doing the clothes, he was cutting hair. That was my barber at the time because I was staying in Memoir.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
my other boy put me on to this, man. That's all I be really wearing nowadays, for real.
Before I had the dreads, I used to wear the caps all the time.
Yeah.
I used to wear that shit so much. People used to be like, is that your hat brand? Because I be seeing it everywhere. I'm like, nah, this ain't mine.
Nah, he got some nice stuff in there, though, for sure.
No, he got some nice stuff. That's was it Zero Friends or No Friends? That hat is hard. The colorway with the paint splash on it.
Yeah.
That shit is hard. I had a black and red one with the suede, and my dog was like, yo, can I use your hat? Cause he was going on a boat party. Yeah. So I was like, all right, bro, just bring my shit back, man. Why this nigga let the fucking wind take my hat and throw it in the ocean, dog?
You can get some more, man. He got good specials and all.
Yeah, man. I gotta get that one again, man.
I've been wearing this in my videos and all.
Yeah, that boy got some firework.
Yeah.
So how you know Doogie?
I don't know him personally, but we got a mutual friend.
Okay.
So our mutual friend connected that like that.
Oh, okay, cool. Doogie good people.
Yeah, that's why I say most people, they'll tell you something, they don't do it, but he stood on business right then and there.
Yeah.
He didn't waste no time.
Nah, he good peoples, man. That's one of the ones, like, I did the interview, and off rip, I was like, I fuck with him.
Yeah, that way I say he made the call, and, he reached out right away. Yeah. So I always respect people like that.
Yeah, nah, he's solid. I fuck with him.
I just want people to just tap in. Cause like I said, I set my project to, different parts. Even this project I'm finna drop is 3 different parts to it. So how I set it up was from the beginning, I wanted people to know I rap. So I got a project called Hitting Gym. Okay. That was just to let people know I rap. Yeah. Then I dropped a couple singles in between. And then when I did this joint project to let people know, like, oh, he's serious. He got a little something now. This project is going to separate me from, other Miami artists. Then I got 2 more in the works just to, like I said, I'm keep telling my story, keep building from, what I learned. I'm trying to just keep getting more polished. And like I say, make good music. I done tapped into, I've been listening to Outkast, but I done tapped into Day Sound. Even Will Smith, man. I'm tapping into all type of stuff just to kind of get my bag bigger.
Yeah, that Outkast one, that's the one. Yeah. That's the one, boy.
And, you listen to the stuff on the radio, but I was shorty, so I didn't really know what was really going on at the time. But now, I see what's going on.
That Spodioty, I think that's what it's called. It got a long ass name. It's like Spodioty something.
Oh, super.
And it had that. Yeah. I was like, yo, this shit hard. Like, that's a vibe. That's one of my favorite Outkast songs, man.
Nah, them boys go crazy.
Yeah, they storytelling. Andre three stacks. That boy's storytelling be crazy.
Yeah.
That's the type of picture painting I be trying to get to when it comes to writing.
Yeah.
Like if it was someone I say like I strive to be as far as talent wise, it would be like a 3K.
But I'm gonna tell you some crazy stuff. I was watching I think it's called The Barbershop with LeBron, and he was on there.
Yeah.
And he said that he write everything. And
Yeah.
I'm glad he said that because people act like they can't write, bro. Like they don't write at all. But sometimes you need to step back and write. And that's why I say to know why he at the level he at is because he took his time and wrote.
Yeah.
And he not just gonna hop on everything. And that's something people I feel like people needed to hear.
Nah,
especially
facts.
for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I needed to hear that because I be feeling like like I say, sometimes I go in studio with people, they'll finish a song in 20 minutes. They ain't write nothing down.
That ain't me.
Well, I need to, boy, I might need to come back to this session, or y'all boys gotta hold on. You feel me?
Yeah.
But by him saying that just let people know that it's okay to write.
I think honestly, I feel like the pressure came when Wayne said he don't write.
Yeah.
Like it's been a thing because this is stories that Biggie didn't write, that Biggie would come in and then boom, he go in there and lay it down. Jay-Z, that's another one. But it wasn't something that was as vocal that the people knew about, really. It was just something that if you was in the studio, you knew that they don't write.
Yeah.
Then Wayne come out and he says it publicly. I don't write. I had rapped all. It was a certain song I think he got where he rapped all the last bars he had in his notebook, and you can hear him going through it. And he got rid of the notebook, and he ain't write ever since. He just been going, right? And then when you hear that, you like, and you see the level that he's at by doing that. Now everybody that raps, they're striving for that because he's a lot of people's favorite artist at that time.
Yeah.
So then you get a wave of artists that's like, oh, all right, I just go in there and I say what's on my mind.
But that's when, and I'm going back to Biggie. That's when, I love Biggie, man, but Biggie say some crazy stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
and that's because maybe he really don't write. Because he say whatever come to his mind and whatever makes sense. That's why I'd rather take my time. Because I done did that before. Done freestyle the whole song and realized I done messed up the metaphor.
Yeah. Oh, you could have said it better.
Yeah. So it's like, that's why I prefer to sit down and write. Like I say, I dumb it down a little bit so I don't want stuff I say to go over people's head too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until I get to a certain level.
Yeah. I agree with that. I'm a writer. That's me. I don't freestyle. I'm an overthinker. And if I feel like it sound dumb, I'm gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's just me. So when it comes to music, I love writing. That's just me. And
I got homeboys. I done been in the studio. Them boys talking about something. Nah, that ain't it. You feel me? You need people around you like that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I gotta give a shout out to my old boy, man. Man, the definition of real, bro. Outside of just loving my mama the right way, he support me with the music. You know what I'm saying? I got one of them old boys who gonna come through whatever.
Yeah.
Depending on the situation, he may give me a lecture or two, and sometimes I don't understand it at the time. Yeah. But I may come back down the line and okay, I see why you did this, and I see why you did that, and it helps me a lot, bro. It builds me up because I'm a parent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it also give me more confidence in the music because he really supported. Yeah. He ain't just saying it; he really tapped in.
Yeah, that's real. Honestly, when someone give you like some real feedback, that make the world of a difference because you don't feel like you in it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? When someone could sit there and really give you some real critique, some people it's challenging because, depending on who it's coming from, they may feel like it's coming from a sideways, you know what I mean, rather than just taking it for what it's worth. And there's people that also have a challenge. They are challenged by what they hear and not knowing how to deal with it and process it, right? So if I tell you your delivery could be better, right? You got two ways to take it. Either you get hurt and you ain't as motivated to do music, or you double down and double down on your delivery. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the one that's gonna double down, man. Cause like I said, I know I can improve. Yeah. Like I said, I pay attention to a lot of artists and I see why they where they at. So I never feel like I'm too big to improve, or you know what I'm saying? Unless it's just a song where I want it to sound like this, then that's something different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I do got songs where I want it to sound like this, so it may sound a little off to you, but this how it's supposed to sound.
But that's a mindset thing. As long as you always thinking like that, you're gonna be successful. If you never settling, because some people settle. Some people be like, okay, cool, they got their format. All right, this is what it's gonna sound like every single time, right? Yeah. And sometimes that be like the ones that freestyle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of their punchlines be repetitive, or it sounds similar, or you might pull up another song and the punchline sounds similar to that song than doing this song. You get what I'm saying? And when you don't settle, you always pushing to better yourself, you always gonna be like, okay, what's another way? Like one of the things I'll be doing is trying to make sure I never say a line I already said before.
Yeah.
I feel like that's cheating. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, I be trying to do that too. Sometimes if I say something, I go back and listen to it. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't say this. You know, just to make sure. I do it too, though.
Yeah.
I don't try to repeat either, man.
Yeah, I feel like it's cheating, man. You sitting there saying a line or a bar you used on another song before, and I was just like, man, you took the easy way out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So where can they find you at?
I'm on all platforms. Instagram, _music with a K.
Okay.
And then, Apple Music, Spotify, all that is just _.
Okay, that's what's
I don't
up.
got no what it is, Twitter or X. I don't even like social media.
I can't stay on X, bro.
Yeah, I don't even got that. So all I got is Instagram.
Yeah, I try.
And then, the streaming platforms.
I tried Twitter multiple times. I be like, all right, I'm gonna take Twitter serious this time. Shit lasts about a couple days, and then I'll be off of it and never get back on.
I used to be on that in high school, but I don't.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's too much. It's too much platforms you gotta keep up with nowadays. You waking up, you checking about 4-5 different platforms. Like, all right, let me check this, let me check that, let me check this. You know what I'm saying? And it's just too much. But the social media is content. That's the thing. That's the biggest hurdle for artists nowadays is creating content. That's really what it is. You get what I'm saying? It's like you creating music, but what goes around the music? That's the biggest thing. So like you say acting, that'd be perfect for you. You get what I'm saying?
I'm trying to start to get in TikTok and all that. I'm trying to learn it now. So once I get that on, then I'll be able to put out more content as far as that. But the music gonna keep coming because I got videos coming out the videos. I'm gonna keep creating, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done sat down too long not to just keep the process going.
Yeah.
And then, shows and all that. So
that's what's up. All right. And also follow A2A.podcast on all platforms from Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and you can also find it on Spotify. Follow the AV Club Studios. If you need any help with podcasting, lighting, 4K cameras, or producer, we got these services here for you.